rest on Saturday, Sunday. You also have Monday off. And as I usually do, I will continue to do by encouraging you, use that time, whether you're using it to do some self-care, or you're spending time with friends or family, or you're just resting altogether, But it's a beautiful day, giving God thanks for life. I'm happy to be here, and I look forward to the conversation with you guys for today. It has been a very fruitful and productive week here. Just on Wednesday, we had a conversation with Ambassador Larry Vaughan, who spoke on the CARICOM Full Free movement. He has promised to join us again when he has new information. And this is in an attempt to provide the information to you, the general public, the listeners, so that you could be better informed, and also give you an opportunity to ask questions to Mr. Vaughan as it relates to this topic, as he is better positioned to answer as it relates to the technical aspect of the Full Free movement. So he will be back, as he promised, but at a later date when he has new information on the whole topic of Full Free movement. I just want to use this opportunity to share some quick updates with you. This one is with regards to Nevis. April 3rd declared a public half holiday on Nevis, and this announcement came from the office of the Premier. It says that the Deputy Governor General, Her Honor Mrs. Hailita Liburd, acting on the advice of the Cabinet to the Nevis Island Administration, has declared Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, to be a public half holiday on the island of Nevis from 12 noon. This is on the occasion of the 2024 Nevis Interprimary Athletic Championship. And so it is usually a big day on the island of Nevis for mini Olympics, just as SEMS dominates the Inter-High. Charlestown Primary School, CPS, dominates the mini Olympics, or the inter-primary. And so next Wednesday is expected to be fantastic, as previous years have been. And people will be coming out in their numbers. Me, I'm biased to the Charlestown Primary School, as well as the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. And so those are the two schools that I will be supporting. That is orange and yellow. And so we'll be going all out next week. Then next year, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I have a relative who will be attending a different school, and I'm going to be placed in a very uncomfortable position, because I've been known to be a Charlestown fan and rocking orange for years, and now next year I'm going to have to be rocking maybe maroon, I don't know. But next Wednesday promises to be exciting, so I'm using this opportunity to encourage you, the listeners, particularly those on the island of St. Kitts, to journey to Nevis next Wednesday for mini Olympics. It promises to be fantastic. It promises to be exciting. All right. I wanted to share with you on the regional scene. Guyana calls on international legislators to condemn Venezuela. Most of you have been following this developing story. So it says that Guyana on Tuesday called on global legislators to condemn new moves by Venezuela to seek to gain control of the Essequibo region that makes up about 2/3 of the CARICOM country and is home to 125,000 of its 800,000 citizens. Addressing the 148th Inter-Parliamentary Union IPU Assembly in Guyana, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nanlal said that while time would not permit delegates at the conference to collectively condemn the actions of Venezuela, there is still much to be done. Quote, I appeal to each of you to use the theme of this conference and the platform of your respective parliaments to condemn the actions of Venezuela, to condemn, or to demand rather, compliance with international law, and to call for diplomacy to be used as a bridge for peace and understanding. This is not a favor to Guyana, but it is discharging a duty we owe to ourselves and indeed the world, if we are to be true to the founding principles of this organization. End of quote. Nandlal said. He told the conference that parliaments across the world bring together the largest amount or the largest number of the most powerful elected leaders on the planet, and that this, quote, mighty army can easily be the greatest global human agency of change, including procuring lasting peace and understanding. He continued by saying the IPU, being the largest global association of parliamentarians, with its grounding principles that dialogue is central to the peaceful resolution of conflicts, is ideally poised to achieve this objective. But he said, unfortunately, quote, we failed to harness this energy and marshal our thoughts to condemn the worst human rights tragedy in the world, Gaza, and the lack of democracy in Venezuela. He told the IPU Assembly that there is another dimension about Venezuela that continues to unlawfully claim 2/3 of the sovereign territory of Guyana. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius, and thank you so much for joining me on the program for today. I just shared with you developments from Guyana, where they are calling on international legislators to condemn Venezuela with regards to the Guyana-Venezuela border conflict, and this was on Tuesday. Also on the regional scene, I've been paying a lot of attention to what has been happening on the regional scene, and this is coming out of the Bahamas. Some breaking news there, where a former Bahamas Deputy Speaker, Donald Saunders, killed in armed robbery, and this is according to Loop Caribbean. They reported that the Bahamas is in mourning as it was revealed that former Member of Parliament Donald Saunders is the country's 35th murder victim. Saunders, an attorney turned politician, was the MP for Tall Pines and Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly from 2017 to 2021. 49-year-old Saunders was outside a club in Gambia Heights, Western New Providence, at about 9:15 p.m. when two armed men approached him and other patrons and demanded cash. Police Commissioner Clayton Fernanda, preliminary investigations revealed, quote, there were about 5 to 6 patrons sitting out in the yard when two armed men, both were masked, held all of the patrons at bay and demanded cash. The patrons, they panicked, and everybody ran in different directions, end of quote. It went on to say that shots were fired. After a short while, the patrons who ran to the front realized that one of the adult males was not seen, and when they came back to check, they met the lifeless body of an adult male lying face down. The top cop said the investigations revealed Saunders was not specifically targeted. Fernanda called on residents to assist police with their investigation. As he noted, Gambia Heights is a, quote, close-knit and peaceful community. It is 11 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue our program for today. Stay tuned.
Get to know you better. National Caribbean Insurance would like to know you better. Customers with life and health policies are kindly asked to visit our offices to update your information. Data captured would include your address, telephone number, and email address. Customers should also provide 2 valid photo IDs and a proof of address. Help us so that we can help you more effectively and efficiently. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Let's get to know you better.
Get ready, St. Kitts and Nevis, for the first annual Jesus in the City Parade and Festival on Saturday, May 18th, 2024 at the Warner Park Stadium. Celebrate love for God and love for people throughout the city with festive floats, live gospel bands, choirs, costumes, banners, and paraders filling the streets of downtown Bastille with praise and worship. The opening festivities kick off at 11 a.m. with the parade leaving Warner Park Stadium at 12 noon, moving along city streets and returning to the stadium for a grand gospel concert celebration. Enjoy music featuring special international guest artists, local bands, food, and festivities for the whole family. Come, lift up the name of Jesus in the city on Saturday, May 18th, 2024. To register your church, enter a float, secure a vendor booth, or to become a sponsor, visit jesusinthecity.com or call 662-8911.
Jesus in the air. Jesus in the air.
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius, and thank you so much for joining me in the program for today. We are also live on ZIZ TV and ZIZ social media platforms, and so you can check us out on Facebook as well as YouTube. On the local scene, I wanted to share with you some recent conversations or discussions held in the National Assembly of St. Kitts and Nevis, and this relates to the Ministry of Environment, Climate Action, and Constituency Empowerment, and it is a statement by the Minister, Dr. Joya Clark, and I'll read in parts what the statement says. So it says that just over 18 months ago, the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party administration made a commitment to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis and to the future of our beloved federation with the presentation of its mandate to transition St. Kitts and Nevis to a sustainable island state. Transitioning to a sustainable island state requires the input, collaboration, partnership, and policy adjustment of every ministry and sector. The circular economy, a system of reusing materials in several production cycles, is one of the critical areas of transition outlined in the SIS agenda. The Ministry of Environment, Climate Action, and Constituency Empowerment will join the interministerial efforts on the journey toward environmental sustainability with this statement, it says, which was released on Tuesday, 26 March 2024. So the statement goes on to speak to the fact that the Cabinet has approved the three-phased ban on single-use plastic items across the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. It says here, Madam Speaker, while I need not to delve into the pervasive challenge of plastic pollution, I am compelled nonetheless to remind every condition and division that every small action collectively creates major movement in recycling, upcycling, and limiting the use of plastics. The small changes today will lead to incremental improvements in human and environmental health. Our students collected thousands of pounds of plastic bottles last year. Our landfill is bursting at the seams with plastics. What was once thought of as a viable solution to paper-based products has now become the gravest problem for our oceans. Each year, for 10 years, a single beach cleanup would remove up to 3,000 pounds of plastic from our coast. Our diet, no matter how conscious, has traces of cancer-related microplastics. St. Kitts and Nevis now must do its part to protect lives and livelihoods. And so on the surface, it looks like we're just banning plastic, but it is so much more to that. And as the minister made mention of the human and environmental health, or the improvements in human and environmental health, it is going to take some time for us to condition our minds to not use plastic, as for most of our lives that's all we know. Plastic bags, plastic everything. And so the move to ban single-use plastics is all aimed at improving the human and environmental health of St. Kitts and Nevis, according to the minister. Now, it also spoke to asked the question, where is St. Kitts and Nevis in comparison to other Caribbean countries? It says to date, 12 Caribbean countries have banned using and importing single-use plastic items. These include Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, the United States Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Aruba, Haiti, Barbados from the OECS, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, and Grenada. Our federation is among the few remaining countries yet to do so, and the last in the OECS. It speaks to will legislation support this policy decision. So it says that the ministry will present the National Conservation and Environmental Management Bill shortly. And this bill will address the legislative needs for supporting the ban on single-use plastics. However, we anticipate the tabling of an environmental protection bill, which, when introduced, will outline a comprehensive framework for banning specific plastic items. It says, how is the Customs and Excise Department involved? The legislative framework includes close partnership with the Customs and Excise Department. Empowered under the Customs Act, the Customs Department will play a crucial role in restricting the importation of the selected banned items, ensuring that our borders serve as the first line of defense against plastic pollution. Now, what are the phases and what items are banned under each phase? So the implementation of this ban is structured in 3 strategic phases, ensuring a smooth transition for our citizens and businesses towards more sustainable alternatives. Each phase includes an importation ban on select items, followed by a 3-month gap leading to a distribution ban. So phase 1 is the ban on the importation of single-use plastic t-shirt shopping bags. As of December 31st, 2024, imports of t-shirt shopping bags will be banned. This is followed by a prohibition on the sale and distribution of t-shirt plastic bags on March 31st, 2025. Phase 2 includes the ban on the importation of foam food containers and plastic straws, effective April 30th, 2025. The sale and distribution of plastic straws and foam containers will be prohibited from July 31st, 2025. And phase 3 includes the banning the importation of plastic cups, plates, and utensils on August 31st, 2025, and a ban on their sale and distribution is effective November 30th, 2025. You are listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne. Cornelius. We'll open the phone lines now. We want to hear from your listeners. And so you can call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. We have any callers? Okay, we'll take a break. And when we come back, we will head to the phone lines to hear from our callers. Let's take this break.
National Caribbean Insurance would like to know you better. Customers with life and health policies are kindly asked to visit our offices to update your information. Data captured would include your address, telephone number, and email address. Customers should also provide 2 valid photo IDs and a proof of address. Help us so that we can help you more effectively and efficiently. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Let's get to know you better.
Get ready, St. Kitts and Nevis, for the first annual Jesus in the City Parade and Festival on Saturday, May 18th, 2024 at the Warner Park Stadium. Celebrate love for God and love for people throughout the city with festive floats, live gospel bands, choirs, costumes, banners, and paraders filling the streets of downtown Bastille with praise and worship. The opening festivities kick off at 11 a.m. with the parade leaving Warner Park Stadium at 12 noon, moving along city streets and returning to the stadium for a grand gospel concert celebration. Enjoy music featuring special international guest artists, local bands, food, and festivities for the whole family. Come lift up the name of Jesus in the city on Saturday, May 18th, 2024. To register your church, enter a float, secure a vendor booth, or to become a sponsor, visit jesusinthecity.com or call 662-8911.
Jesus in the city.
A Samsung tablet today.
Boy, what much madness is this?
Girl, Digicel is giving away a tablet a day for 20 days when you activate any Prime plan. Switch to Digicel, sign up for new home internet, or even when you pay a monthly bill in full. Tracy, we're going so fast.
I coming back. I go and make sure I qualify to win.
But Lord, you can dial *141 sign to activate plans or pay bills in the My Digicel app, or visit any Digicel store to sign up for new internet and switch. New winners are announced daily. It's madness in March. 20 Samsung tablets in 20 days. A Samsung tablet today. Simply more rewards and more value. Digicel, better together. Promotion ends March 2024.
Hello and welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host Devonne, Cornelius. The phone lines are open and you can call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. If you are just tuning in, I shared just before the break an update from the Ministry of Environment as it relates to the ban on plastics, its importation, sale, and distribution for St. Kitts and Nevis. We'll take our first call for this morning.
Yes, good morning, Devonne.
Good morning.
Happy Easter. But
Same
I
to you.
don't know what this St. Kitts Prime Minister want to put himself with these other countries to think we here got hard life. When we call him, we can't even get him. But when these here come now and they call him now, he gonna answer them. They must get with the number, and when I we calling them, we can't get them. So much more when these people come, I will left behind. Have a blessed Easter. Thank you.
You too, caller, and thank you for your contribution. The phone lines remain open. You can call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Let's take this other call. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Devon.
How are you?
I'm good, man. Happy Holy Week.
Same to you.
Keep your zone under your bed. Don't send out no drone up in the air, okay? God, they might knock down a plane.
All right.
Now, Devon, it isn't everything that comes into plastic. We have to abolish plastic. Metal does corrode, plastic don't. Now, hear the question. When they can take a human body, suppose they take, let's say, 20 human dead bodies and they put them in a cremation furnace to be cremated. They cremated until they come to ashes. Does any smoke come out of that that place where they are cremated?
I don't think so, no.
Right, okay. I don't think so either, otherwise they would have done stop that. Because the smoke would have been poisonous to the air, in the air. Now, in another country here in the Caribbean, one country there, you know what they does with plastic bag and all those plastic? They mulch them up so fine. Mulch them up and they mix them with asphalt. So whenever there's a place to be paved with asphalt, that is in the asphalt. And the road becomes as smooth as terrazzo. That is one way they can do with it. And just like how they burn up the human body and they come down to ashes, they can do the plastic them like that too. Because plastic is very quick and easier to melt than a human body. What do you think?
But I don't think it's a matter of melting it. It's a matter of the effect it would have on the environment. Do you ever light a plastic bag and try to melt it?
How you mean, yeah?
You see that black smoke?
It come right down. No, it depends on what you burn it with.
Depends
on what you burn it with.
Okay.
Yeah, if you take a welding torch, you wouldn't see that. Okay then. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution to the program. I think one of the reasons why countries, and in particular St. Kitts and Nevis, is moving towards banning single-use plastics is, as I mentioned earlier, the implications on human and environmental health. But I wanted to share with you from earthday.org some information here as it relates to the reasons why, or it will point out some of the implications or disadvantages of the constant use of plastic. But we want to hear from our caller, so let's head back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, call you on the air.
A little bit from the plastic thing, right? Now, you see, today you got the market, the night market.
Yes.
Today, Thursday, which is Friday for farmers, the Good Friday thing. Farmers plant for ages. Farmers have planted for this day. It's one of the days that farmers plan to meet, to supply. It's one of the biggest shopping day or selling day for farmers, established over the years. Now, today, maybe I should say, I could understand the people who commend the government for the advances in agriculture. Today, the public market is closed to farmers. It would be open at 5 o'clock when the government begin their show. The market would be open then. I'm saying, people got to start to think a little bit. Think about this. Secondly, I want to know. I hear Big Voice on the radio. And in program, I think it was on TV, I was on the Facebook, I see, suggesting that Dougie should leave. I agree with him. That is not the original, the Labour Party and Labour. Dougie need to leave that. Form a new alliance. He, Sean, and Kim. Country above self. The best team we could put together going forward to straighten the country and put it on a real path. The immature people who we got, I think is one of the few places the people make a lot of reference to Singapore. Singapore, the Prime Minister, and become Minister of Finance because he is Prime Minister now. The best finance man you find to be Minister of Finance is the Minister of Finance. The people are pragmatic, not political. So, you know what I'm saying, Dougie? Link up a new alliance and I'll run the thing.
All right, caller. Thank you for your contribution to the program. It is 10:31. We have more callers. Let's hear this.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Happy holiday. Happy holy holiday.
Good morning.
Thursday. Yeah, I'm agree with Cass saying. Yeah, and what Mr. Culture say, and him what this gentleman say now, yeah. Because I don't know if the following the woman they up in Barbados for. She link up with where she link up with her, maybe she think she possess falling. I don't listen to them. I don't like she big and mighty. When I was small, then I want us to go in the spend 2 weeks or so. We gone. They gone with them come down here. They used to come down here in the football. I mean, where the children just play. Yeah, not basketball. The other one, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Football.
Huh?
Football.
No, the girls them to play again.
Or netball.
Huh?
Netball.
Netball stage. Only some we used to see them. I remember when I was young, I saw them come. Now when you look on see them again, but why you reunion Caribbean, one Caribbean, where one Caribbean be? When other one and somebody come down, you want to take over the country rules, so him in cabinet, they can't tell him none because they come with this big bad thing in the head. They better let the country with you, you know. Who want come normally give them time about not give them no time, you know. Oh, crazy? So my 6 grandchildren going to think, what would they going to walk? I say the work job, somebody else take it up and so. And then they start to live poor and them that to live up. I don't agree with it at all. Right. And they need to come on the ear and let people know things. They just agree when they meet one another. That ain't it, you know. I won't start uprising, you know.
All right, Carla, thank you so much for your contribution to the program. Let's pause on the callers for a short while. I wanted to share as it relates to the ban on single-use plastics. And one of the reasons why countries across the globe and the world at large is taking the step to ban plastics. And so I'm reading from earthday.org, and it asks the question in this short article here: who is most affected by plastic in the environment? I don't see it so much as countries, oh, Antigua do it, so I can do it too. I know it's a bit difficult for some to look at the benefits now, but I could understand and appreciate the benefits that would come from the ban on plastics, especially the human and the environment. And we oftentimes speak about the load of cancer in some cases. Every time we hear somebody pass, they suffered from some sort of cancer or whatever, and the environment. We have people who would be very passionate about keeping the environment clean. Now, if we continue the importation of plastic and these plastics continue to pollute our streets and villages and beaches and other attraction sites and areas across St. Kitts and Nevis, it is not going to help us, and it is only going to worsen the situation and deteriorate our environment. And so instead of spending thousands of dollars or trying to get groups and organizations to do these cleanups, and then every year you hear the Ministry of Environment is reporting that they collected over 3,000 or over 5,000 pounds of plastic, why not ban it altogether? And so when you ban the importation of plastic, you no longer have to deal with it polluting your beaches, polluting your communities, and polluting your environment, where you live and work and play and all of that. It reminds me of that saying that is often used: prevention is better than cure. And so instead of allowing the plastic to enter into our country and then we try to scramble to come up with a solution to take care of the plastic, or we do something that may not be best for the environment, such as burning it or whatever, we ban it altogether from coming into the country. It is easier said than done. I totally understand that. And it's more like what's the word I'm looking for here? It is hard for people to accept at the beginning, because we're so accustomed to using plastic. It's like you're so accustomed to doing something. You've been learning this your entire life, and then here comes somebody come and tell you, a drastic change. It doesn't mean that it is not a change for the better. So while it may not be well received now, we have to look at the human and environmental improvements that would be had out of the banning plastic. Now, I wanted to share this point quickly, where it spoke to who is most affected by plastic in the environment. It says that children and infants in the womb are most vulnerable to the harmful effects of plastics due to the early stages of human development being particularly sensitive to hazardous chemicals from the environment. Exposure to plastics has been found to increase the risks of birth complications, lung growth, and childhood cancer. Crucially, this means plastic pollution will continue to wreak havoc on our lives and Earth for generations to come if we don't do anything. Now, the United States is one of the top contributors of plastic waste globally, and the impacts of plastics on human health are particularly concerning due to the difficulty of removing plastic from the environment once they have entered ecosystems. So, in a nutshell, this speaks to who is most affected by the importation of plastic. It's 11:38, but we do want to hear from our callers, and so we're going to head back to the phone lines and take some more calls. Hello, caller. Good morning, and welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning, and I enjoy the topic of plastics, and I think it's a good thing in dealing with the plastics. However, I wonder if there will come a time when we will have the separation of garbage, not only plastics, but the separation of garbage, what is recyclable and what isn't. Where I live, small island of St. Eustatius, we have that in place in terms of the garbage separation. And what they do, they start from within the schools, the children. So they separate the garbage. So even when they come home, they will tell us, no, teachers say this got to go in this. The bins are separated also. However, that is a good thing, and I hope that the citizens of St. Kitts Nevis will understand that, and even the business places, they will cooperate. Some of the things, the plastic straws and other things, we have been in place for a long time now. And this also, well, it will take some taxes because I pay for my garbage collection, but I pay for it once per year.
Okay.
There's a solid waste company that deals with garbage, deals with solid waste and everything. So they will pick up by my house, and they have the garbage. There are two bins, one for household and one for the other type that can be. So when they come, the garbage is separated. Even when it reaches the site, to the dump site, they have folks being separated it. Well, it's a good thing.
Okay.
It's a very good thing.
All right.
Thank you very much for hearing me.
And thank you for your contribution, caller. Let's take this other one. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, the talks with the plastic. That was up long time. So it's only talks, it's real. Okay, and the other thing, these set of people, these other people was in front of me. What they were saying, I agree with them. Because when the ministers, them go away, and they keep meeting, whatever they tell them, they come back to the foolish petition, and we must take what they say. Come and keep a meeting, and let us know what's going on. Not just put down nothing on us. Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend or whatever.
All right, caller, you too. Have a good weekend as well. Let's head back to the phone lines, and we'll take this call. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Devonne.
Yes, go ahead.
The old saying is that what is fun to the butcher is death to the animal. Now, once ago when we were small, and we parents going to send us to the shop go buy bread. They give us either a handbag make out of vinyl a cloth bag. And then they came in with paper bag. And then now they have plastic. So if you ban plastic and you go into the shop with your cloth bag to put in your bread, or a paper bag, and rain catch you, what happened to them? And so me, I go and hang up and listen.
You do what is necessary to ensure. I don't think that's an issue. Yeah, I don't think that's an issue. Yeah, I don't see that being an issue. I don't see the onus is on you. If you go to the supermarket and you have a cardboard box or we call them bags there, the paper bag, you gonna see the rain fall and walk in the rain, or if the rain starts to fall, you ease to the side or something. But I don't see that being a major issue to prevent us from shifting to the no plastic ban. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning. Oh, we lost that one. It's 11:43. The phone lines are open and we're taking your calls at 465-2555. We have a caller. Hello, caller. Good morning. You're on the air. Hello, caller. Good morning. You're on the air. No, I'm not getting that one. I'm not getting that caller. All right. We have this one. Hello, caller. Good morning.
You know what used to happen when you go to the shop? Some people couldn't afford this basket. Some people used to get the basket. Sometimes your children, them, go on Friday with different school, and they used to do scrapine and the bone, arrow bone, and they make basket and so. But some people couldn't afford to buy one. Maybe it was $1 them time.
Okay.
So what happened now? The plastic coming is good because what happened? The paper bag now when you're going anywhere, you used to drop out your food and mash up your stuff them. So that's why the plastic come in to be in somebody now want make money. There are other things coming up. It's like a pasteboard thing. You're seeing it now when you go to KFC, you see it to other places, the snack place, You're seeing it and it's that they're bringing up. So it's going to be a cup, right? We're going to be, instead of plastic cup, it's going to be like a paper cup. Somebody want a new company come up and want to erase the plastic. The plastic is good with the family and put the food when they're selling people in their hand. They're putting a flour bag.
Yeah, all right, caller. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution. I disagree with you that when you said the plastic is good. It is convenient, but it's not good. We have a caller on the line. Let's take this call. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Yeah. Now, I was say on the plastic, right? I listen to you talk about the harmful health effects of the plastic. Now, if you're going to really go that way, you sit in a vehicle lately? You check the furniture in house and so lately? I mean, wash basket, all them thing? If the plastic thing is based on health issue, then the plastic bag is superficial there because you take out the grocery out there and shove it in the garbage. So this plastic bag thing, what we're doing, I understand it's some kind of whole plastic protocol, something we're following. Because you sit down in your car, all plastic around you. You go in your house, the fridge.
Your fridge is plastic?
Bless up, big up.
All right, God, thank you for your contribution to the program. It's 11:46. You're listening to The Edge. You have a call on the line? Okay. I wanted to make a point and I lost track of it. But from the report that I have here, right, it also speaks to how plastics detrimental to human health. But I remember the point. So the caller was saying the plastic is good. And I was saying I disagree. It's convenient, it's not good. And when she made mention of, when you go to the supermarket with those paper bags, they burst on you. Because it has happened to me. And to be honest, it's quite annoying to go to the store, you buy your groceries and the bag bust with all your things that come out. That could be very, very annoying, right? However, I still believe that there are different alternatives that we could practice instead of using the plastic. So I don't think I would not push a conversation or a point of convenience. Well, it's convenient, so I can use it, knowing that it is detrimental to my health, knowing that it increases my chance of getting cancer and all sorts of other illnesses. So while I do understand and appreciate the points that are being made about it being convenient and all of that, I think we have to take some time out to look at the long-term effects of the plastic on our health and the environment. The caller who made the point about other things around us that are made from plastic, he strengthened my point to show that eventually we're going to get to the point where we're going to have to, maybe you can't eliminate plastic across the board, but you limit it as much as possible. Like, for example, this camera stand here, the stand itself, parts of it have plastic, but we're not, enclosed with it. I think it's different to actual plastic bag where you store your food and on all of that, But the plastic ban, not just here, but in other parts of the world, it is being done in phases. And so I think it is an effort to get people accustomed with the change. We have a call.
But aren't the
Go ahead.
biodegradable bags are something they make now?
Yes. So those are good for the environment, All I'm saying, I think there are different alternatives that we could use. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Good day.
Yes. Caller.
I think ultimately, yes, we probably would have to ban single-use plastics. But in between that, there are steps that I think we should have taken. For instance, I think the person from Space Station who called and said that they separate their garbage.
Yes.
Right? Yes, we could have done that. Actually, apart from regular garbage, of plastic, as well as like cardboard. Okay? And so you do your separation. The onus is on the homeowner to do their separation. Okay? And the relevant companies collect accordingly. Okay? Because you see, if we just ban single-use plastic, what happens to garbage?
Yes.
A lot of people, put their garbage in plastic, and I'm not so sure what do you consider an alternative to that? Just putting it in the bins that are provided? That can be kind of insanitary.
Yes.
And harder on the collectors of garbage too. So I think in between that step, there should have been, in between the ban, there should have been some steps taken for towards sorting the garbage beforehand. Right, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
All right, caller. Thank you so much. Very good points made by that caller and things that people are actually thinking about. Let's head back to the phone lines. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, man. How are you?
I am fine, thanks. And you?
Yeah, good. My question is, are we not recycling cardboard and plastics in St. Kitts Nevis yet?
I don't know if we're recycling the plastics, but I think for cardboard, I think so.
Yeah, and as we're talking about plastics, what of water bottles? Water is being, stored in plastic bottles, and we're drinking that every day.
Well, as I said, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. As I said earlier, it is being done in phases, and so they're not gonna ban plastic altogether one time. They're gonna take it by different categories. So it is. I guess it is too early for me to say whether and when they're going to get to that. But it's being done in phases.
And lastly, can we come up with our own ideas, for packaging and stuff like that, and then we can produce these things locally to create jobs for the locals, and that's my contribution. Thanks.
All right, awesome. I think the opportunity is there as well for the public to get engaged and share their ideas as well as to the alternatives that we could use instead of the plastic. We're out of time. We're going to have to begin wrapping up in preparation for the ZIZ midday newscast. It was a really nice conversation about the plastic. We have a caller? Okay, we'll take this last call for the morning. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Greetings. Thanks for taking our call. Thanks for the information.
You're welcome.
The plastic thing, apart from what it do to us as humans, the environment, what plastic actually do to the environment, that there is something that we cannot take lightly, and especially like how we have this littering kind of mentality in our midst, people just get them plastic almost everywhere, and that part of plastic, we cannot take it lightly. Whatever, even one of your colleagues talk about here and I mean, people just dumb. People just think some other just shut down.
Caller, I'm not hearing you clearly.
You're not hearing me clearly?
No, you're breaking up.
Okay. We are shifting our position. Are you hearing us more clearer?
Yes, but you could quickly wrap it up because we have to end the program for today.
But then, in terms of the environment, where people dispose of the plastic, that there is something need to stop.
All right.
Well, give thanks to the Israel. Give thanks to the
All right, and thank you for your contribution to the program. You've been listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. But before I go, I want to share an emergency water interruption notice from the Water Services Department. It says that the Water Services Department has issued an emergency service interruption notice for Phillips's. Attention residents of Phillips's, please be advised of a water service interruption due to a pump. Please be advised of a water service interruption due to a pump malfunction in Mansion. The estimated recovery time is 5 p.m. today, Thursday, 28th March. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. This notice is from the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Water Services Department. Again, please be advised of a water service interruption due to a pump malfunction in Mansion. The estimated recovery time is 5 p.m. today, March 28th, 2024. Until next time, you guys, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Enjoy your weekend. Use time to spend time with your friends, family, relax, complete something that you've been working on all week. You guys stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. See you later. Bye-bye.